of songs. He would place the notes and keys where it all belonged. He always knew how to play the leads and tell it true. He was a musician, he played for me and you. Artist, oh, a good friend of mine. An artist, until the end of time. A-R-T-I-S-T, an A-R-T-I-S-T, an A-R-T-I-S-T, an artist for you and me. Sarah was a sculptor, she built many things. To watch you create them, you wanna stay and cling. For the faces and the creatures that she built into the night, give everyone a satisfaction of pure delight. A sculptor, oh, creator of many things. A sculptor for future upbringing. An A-R-T-I-S-T, an A-R-T-I-S-T, an A-R-T-I-S-T, an artist for you and me, an artist for you and me. Oh, an artist, a beautiful mind. An artist, true art is hard to find. An artist for the world to see. An artist for you and me.
It is Tune In Tuesday, everyone. We have Chris Liepe, Aviva sings out, and the upside of her coming on tonight. You better go ahead, tune a heart, and share this show. Share the love. Let's unite
An
the
artist
community.
for the, artist for the, artist for the world to see.
Perfect.
Where do you go when you've burned all your bridges? Worn out of your welcome that you've ever known. When there's nothing left to learn that hard way, and no destination that you call
so much for tuning in for Tune In Tuesday. We have Aviva and Chris Liepe coming up here soon. Yes, we do. We have many shows during the week, so please make sure you go ahead and check those out. Angify Presents, you know it. We come here Monday through Friday, Saturday sometimes, and we go ahead and we share the love with all of you and let you, be heard, and be original. We're going to be starting up in a few minutes. Please go ahead and heart and share the show and share the love and unite the community.
You love me, but I guess I see I was your number two, and I don't mean to be mean. Guess what I see is all your words. The actions are enough, you know, they speak louder than words. I am your number two. You make me feel like poo. I am your number two. You say that you love me, but all I see is disrespect in this history. And when you come and say you love me, I know what I feel inside. I am your number two. You make me feel like poo. I am your number two, 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 two. I'm number two. So stop what you're doing, 'cause I'm about to ruin this every single day. That you wanna say that I'm your number one, I'm your number two. You make me feel like boo. I am your number two. What am I to do? You know, you teach me a lesson every day. You teach me to say no way. You teach me that my feelings don't mean do, because I am your number two. Oh, I am your number two. You treat me like poo. I'm your number two. What can I do? I'm your number two. You treat me like poo, 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 poo. I'm your number two, 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 two. Oh, your number two, 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 two. Your number two. Two! Thank you.
Let's get Angified.
I love you, oh loves. Do you have thoughts? Do you wanna share them with me? I love you, oh loves. Oh, do you have thoughts? I'd like to share mine with you. Can we share?
Here's the best first thing morning routine for your voice. First, drink some water. Slowly. Enjoy that first glass of room temperature water. Then, straighten your back out. Find something to hang from and do just a half or even quarter pull-up. Let your spine decompress. This is going to help you release any tension that's caused by being balled up or sleeping in an awkward position that you may otherwise carry with you throughout the day. Then, turn the steam up. Get in the shower and do broken sirens. It's important that they're broken and not controlled. This means expose your brake, go into fry, go up, go down, have no agenda. Experience where your voice is and let it warm up with that steam.
Whew, we are a couple minutes to the hour here at Aviva Sings Out. We are all filled with a bubbly love energy, aren't we? I need Ellie Belly. She's over there on the floor where I want to be, just lying on the floor. We had some sun here in Atlanta. What about you all, wherever you are? I'll be bouncing. You know what? I'm going to pull out this sessions tab so I can see both of you at the same time, comment-wise. Bam. Yep. There we go. Now I can see if folks comment and I can talk to both of you at the same time. Ah! Cool. All right. There we go. We're in business. 1 minute until 9. I'm going to play on Aviva Sings Out for half an hour, originals, and then I'm going to pop on to do some cover songs on sessions. I'm going to keep going on sessions. So I guess I should get that link for you all on sessions. So let me do that so you can pop over and join me there once I'm done. With the live stream on the YouTube. I got another live stream for you. You will live in happiness too. Like us Oompa JR! How is it going? Any requests for the lovebirds? Ellie Belly is so feeling it right now. We got JR in the house. We got Shani in this. We got some agua here. Oh, it's a close game. Who you rooting for, JR? I was just thinking I should sing Super Bowl Party. Oh my gosh. It's a very silly song. I totally should, but I need to find the lyrics to it. All right, I'm going to play Giving Each Other Love, and then I'm going to look for Super Bowl Party. Scribble says hi, by the way. He's eating his broccoli pizza right now. We're just gonna keep giving each other love. Giving each other love. Giving each other love, yeah. We're just gonna keep on giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving each other love. It don't cost nothing. It's for free. It's just learning how to be me. How to just be and how to say we. How to enjoy this family tree. And we're just gonna keep giving each other love. Giving each other love, yeah. Giving each other love, yeah. We're just gonna keep on giving each other love. Giving each other love. Love that cures the world. Listen, boys and girls, the joy that we're creating, oh, it's flowing. So stop waiting. Oh yeah, we're just gonna keep giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. We're just gonna keep on. Being ourselves is the brightest flame. So it's time to release all shame. 'Cause when we hide, the world gets dim. So shine your light and let the sun shine in. Yeah, we're just gonna keep giving each other love, giving each other love, giving each other love. Yeah, we're just gonna keep on giving each other love. Love, it cures the world and your heart. Listen, boys and girls, the joy that we're creating, oh, it is flowing. So stop waiting, yeah. Oh, love, it cures the world. Listen, boys and girls, the joy that we're creating, oh, it's flowing. So stop waiting, stop waiting, stop waiting, stop waiting, stop waiting. Wait in the water, start waiting in the water, in the love, in the water. Start waiting. This is way better. Let the sun shine in, yeah. Is Valentine's Day always the day after the Super Bowl, or is it just like that this year? Because I do have a freaking Super Bowl song, and I should sing it at my gig tomorrow. Super Bowl party, that's where we'll find them. The real man, the hottest, that's where we'll find them. Stay, Ellie Belly, don't you fall. Hey, man. Oh, I did post it on Instagram. It is at a health food store called Nuts and Berries. They're grilling out, and they're having me perform songs in several different languages, like French and Spanish and Yiddish and Hebrew, all about love. And it's going to be at Decatur Nuts and Berries from 4:30 to 6:30. And if y'all are into fighting for the cannabis movement, SB 481 is being read tomorrow. I'm not going to make it because I'm teaching my Qigong class, but if you want to go down there to the Capitol and be like, thank you, SB 481, you can write to all the senators. It's not in this one. My Super Bowl party song is not in this one. I've got one more, Aviva and the Flying Penguins Bible. But yeah, I think it's my very last Instagram post. You can see the address and stuff. Sweet! Oh, that'd be so awesome if you came. Okay. Where are you, other Aviva and the Flying Penguins Bible? Come on! Where are you, baby? Where are you, kitty cat? Where are you, little kitty cat? Little kitty cat technique. Don't you forget about that one. It is amazing. It always works. Except maybe right now. I don't know if I'm meant to sing that song. It's kind of a mean song, to be honest. It was a diss song about someone I was dating that broke up with me. He like put a stab in my back. He cheated on me. So I had to write a diss song about him. He was a hula hooper. And the song is about never dating guys who hula hoop. So it's silly, but it's kind of mean. So instead, I'm going to sing a beautiful Hebrew song that I wrote. Now, the words are actually from... Hold on. I got to turn off my heat. Hold on. Because never date a guy who hula's better than you. Acrobats, they never really get into you. Stay away from all of those art museum men. I got a feeling, go to the one place again and again to find your man. A Super Bowl party, that's where you'll find him. It's a horrible song, isn't it? All right, we're going to play JR, some Love. Here we go. I think it's because the heat is on. I just turned it off, but it's taking a second to go off for some reason. L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me. It's all about love. It's all about living. It's all about connecting. It's all about giving. And more than just sharing, it's being met with caring. It's all about love everywhere and especially in L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me. Cause we don't need words to show our kindness. I feel it in our hearts. Shame and fear is far behind us. No guilt or trying to humiliate me. You see, L-O-V-E is here to enlighten me. It's all about love. It's all about living. It's all about connecting and giving. That's right. L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me. Let me hear you. L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me. And yes, you see, we're all worthy of it. And yes, you know, we're all thinking of it. And yes, maybe we got lost on the way, but now we found the post on which we say, what are we saying? L-O-L-O-V-E L-O-L-O-V me. I am on Spotify. This song's on Spotify. L-O-L-O-V-E. After this song, I'll send you the list. My little upbeat AATFP Spotify list. And yes, you see, we're all thinking of it, yo. We're all drinking from it, bro. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, 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 love. It's all about love, love, love. It's all about love, 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 love. It's all about love, yeah. L-O-L-O-V-E. L-O-L-O, baby. L-O-L-O-V-E. L-O-L-O, leave me. L-O-L-O-V-E. L-O-L-O, baby. L-O-L-O-V-E. L-O-L-O, leave me. It's all about love. Thanks for the promo, JR. All right, I am copying this playlist right here for all the people. Thanks for asking, free thinker. Hello, Kevin Diesel. How's it going? So I'm gonna sing this Hebrew song now because I have to practice it for tomorrow. Y'all are my friends helping me practice. I'm definitely gonna have CDs. Oh yeah. A whole city of CDs. Oh yeah. I might have t-shirts too. All right. I need to pop out my lyric sheet. Screenshot that if you want to sing along. All right, here we go. This is Hebrew, and it means basically in the night before you, I bloom, and I just feel the love of my heart open up. So I wrote this actually about God, but of course it can also be about your lover, your husband, your wife, your true love that you just open your heart to, and you just feel all those magical bubbles together. Adonai Elohei Yeshuati Yom Sakti Valayla Nekdecha Tavo Lifanecha Tefilati Hate Aznicha Lurinati. thumbs up. Balayla, balayla, negdecha. Balayla, balayla, negdecha. Annoy, Elohei, Yeshuati, Yom Tzagdi Valayla Nekdecha, Tavo Lifanecha Tefilati, Ate Yaznicha Lirinati. It's like coming before God for a prayer. You know that feeling of being prayed, like someone praying for you and putting all their love and light into you? Beautiful feeling. Holy feeling. Sacred moment. In the night, before you. 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 Tell Curtis I say hi. Adonai Elohei Yeshuati Yom Taktiv Alayla Netecha Tavo Lifanecha Tefilati Hate Asnicha Lirinati. It actually means I giggled in the night with excitement, like so happy to see you. The flowers bloom. 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 In the night, for you. Okay, so my last song is going to be the hamburger patty song. And someone chatted here what it is in French, and it was like galette. I need to look that up. What was it? It was last week, so I should be able to like go to my YouTube channel and look at the chat because I want to sing the French tonight. I think that'd be funny. challenging. Let's see. An ad's probably going to pop on. Okay. So let's see my videos and Hugs and Kisses, Sunday Night Live. That's what it was. And let's look at the chat at the end. Must have been at the very end. That's weird. Not showing up. Was it 2 weeks ago? That's really strange. Was it Wingding Sunday Night Live? Or did they just block my chat messages? I think they just deleted my chat messages. How dare they? So rude of them. Hugs and Kisses, that had to have been it. Unless it was like, seriously, the end. It's not showing me any of my chat messages. That is so weird. Oh well. I think it was Mahaputra that told me how to say it. But it's not showing it. How dare it be so rude and not show me my... What can you do? Thank you. All right. I'm just going to Google how to say hamburger patty in French. I got a bad viande effrayée. Oh well, we're gonna do it in English. If anyone knows how to say it in French, let me know. Ukulele needs to tune up. Yup. We are winging it tonight. All right, it's good enough. He heard about the new spot just around the block. Said a local cattle farmer opened up a place and it rocked. Said he caught a glimpse of the wait staff too. And was sad he couldn't afford more because it's just a drive-through. Hamburger patty, how will you ever know my love for you? Oh, hamburger patty, I guess I'll spend my time in your drive-through. Oh, hamburger patty, oh, won't you come home with me? Oh my gosh, are you serious? Won't you come home with me? He thought she was a stranger till he saw her name tag. She said, "Can I get your order?" Billy saw that as a green flag. Saw her name was Patty. Said, "I'm Billy, this is what I'll have." Snap, snap, clap, clap, clap. I'll have lettuce, tomato served with wedges, sauteed potatoes. What'd you say? Lettuce, tomato served with wedges, sauteed potatoes. Okay. Pickles, onion, special sauce. Tell me, Patty, what's the cost? Let me see. Pickles, onion, special sauce. Tell me, Patty, what's the cost? Hamburger patty. He was a vegetarian. He even said to hold the bun. Hamburger patty. She put his veggies in the bowl, everything except the one hamburger patty. She said, won't you come home with me? He said that. She said, you know they're fair trade. She said they're even grass-fed. They don't support artificial insemination. The cows do natural procreation. Woo! She said, you know they're fair trade. She said they're even grass-fed. They don't support artificial insemination. The cows do natural procreation. Billy thought that it was sweet of her to tell him all these deets, made him get up off his seat and sing to her with candid teeth. I'd like to meet your meat, he said. You'd like to meet the cows, asked she. He asked her when and how, and she said, how about right now? How about right now, said he. Hamburger patty, how about we go together when you are free? Oh, hamburger patty. She said, then meet me at 3:15. Oh, quarter past 3. Oh, hamburger patty. He said, won't you come home with me? Oh, hamburger patty. Hamburger patty. He sees her grilling in so many ways. He says, take my teriyaki glaze. Hamburger patty. She said it's rare for her to be so brave. Well, she was done with having to behave. Patty. Hamburger patty. Hamburger patty. Won't you come home with me? 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 All right. Well, that's it for YouTube. JR is coming right back, though, to tell me how to say hamburger patty in French. That is so weird that it got deleted from the chat. What the heck is up with that? That is so not cool. That's like not cool at all. Like, oh my God. So yeah, pop over to Sessions. I put the link here if you want to hear me do some cover songs. Cool. Well, I'm going to pop off here. Let me send you my Sessions link, JR, and you can pop on there if you want. And I'm going to do some cover songs. So if you can figure out how to go over there, that would be amazing. There's some fun things you could do there, like send me stickers and stuff. I don't know how that works. It might cost money, though. Anyway, love you all so much. I can't wait for the show. And congratulations on all your accomplishments, everyone. You're doing amazing. And you're sharing the love, which is so important. And if you are alone on Valentine's Day, try not to let it get you down. You know that you got God, you know you got your friends and your family, and you are here for a reason. And your person, if you want a relationship, they are right around the corner. So just keep your love open. Don't let holidays get you down. There's a lot of pressure on holidays. Cheers to you. I'm drinking something really strange, passion fruit mixed with weird things. Oh, I got the frozen passion fruit and I thought it was like pieces from Sprouts. And so like I defrosted it thinking I would have pieces, but it's all liquid. Oh my God. Whew. You know that's got so much vitamin C though. It's worth all the weird faces. Thanks so much, JR. I love you. Mwah. All right, so let's see.
Hey, Chris Liepe here with how to develop and hone your vibrato. You are so beautiful to me. beautiful to me. You're so beautiful to me. It's been said many times that you don't find your vibrato, it finds you. What does that mean? It means that if you try to find your vibrato, particularly by doing something that you think someone else is doing with their vibrato, you will harbor too much tension based on expectation to do what you want to do. In other words, you trap your voice by pursuing vibrato, and then anything that you do sounds forced or contrived. I know that you can relate if you've ever tried to find your vibrato. So in this video, I'm going to show you how to let your vibrato find you. The key is you have to be super open to being completely ridiculous, and you have to be completely non-judgmental as you're starting to dial in some of these sensations that I'm going to show you. Also, if you don't understand how to use your breath support correctly, you will never, ever, ever get vibrato. Your vibrato will never find you. You'll be lost. You must have an understanding, a fundamental understanding of how to manipulate your airflow in a healthy way that doesn't cause tension all over your range. Then your vibrato may find you if you follow what I'm showing you in this video. Click the link below and join my free course, and I'll help you dial in your support so that this stuff, finding your vibrato, is going to make more sense and you can participate more confidently. The first thing we're going to do here is belly laugh, okay? We're going to say ha, but we're not just going to say ha 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 ha. We're not going to do that. You can't be reserved. You have to give a real big belly laugh. Now notice, when I'm doing that, I'm letting a lot of air out on the H. I'm actually running out of breath really quickly. But when I engage my vocal cords, there's this sense of like, it's a loud, like, projected sound. Do this first, and then we're going to dial back the extremes, both in how much air we're letting out and how loud we are belly laughing when we engage our vocal cords. Okay, that's the extreme. Next, now there's this sense that I'm bouncing like this, and I'm restraining the amount of air that I'm letting out on the H. And my stomach is still bouncing. Now we're working in stages here. Remember that. This is not the final output. But I'm practicing this sort of restrain thing, but I'm not restraining here. I'm restraining my air. In other words, I'm not going, I'm not trying to manipulate the sound from here at all. I'm letting the airflow come up like this, and then I'm giving shorter, less puffs. Then we want to eliminate the H altogether. And I feel my stomach doing this. Now, I'm not tense at all here, but my support system's pretty tense. Okay, what's really interesting about this is that if I start holding out a note and letting this convulsion in my lower body continue, now the key is I'm moving around the note as I'm doing things, right? I'm not just staying here. I'm going around to different parts of my chest voice. Okay, now, as I'm doing this, like this, that sounds sort of like vibrato, but it's actually more of a tremolo. I'm maintaining whatever pitch, and I'm bringing in more volume and less volume. That's not necessarily vibrato, that's more like tremolo. But now we let our larynx float. We manipulate it a little bit like this. So that's totally loose. Yeah, I'm letting my tongue be super loose, and I'm bringing this up and down. Okay, I told you were going to sound ridiculous. Now, let's move the pitch up and down more. We're doing all these things at once. It's kind of like this. Now, start to make this a bit more mild. You're convulsing like this. That tremolo. Start to make the tremolo a bit less. We're keeping loose up here, and we're doing less abrupt convulsing down here. This is starting to unlock, as I bring my pitch around, pitch variance in my bouncing. I'm going to land on a note. Huh. There's vibrato. One more thing to experiment with. And before I share this, you have to understand that vibrato, as it finds you, it is a multifaceted, multi-textured, multi-muscled sort of thing. It's not one thing. And so by engaging all these parts of your body in different ways, you let the vibrato find you. Okay? Here's the last thing. Start engaging your head voice by moving the pitch around and then backing off the pressure so that you crack into head voice. Backing off the pressure. I told you need a good understanding of how your support works so that you can find that break as you're working around your chest/head resonance. Your break is your friend here. Don't try to eliminate your break. Go with it. As I learn to back off pressure, like I was talking about earlier, and I keep everything loose by moving the pitch around, by keeping my larynx floating, manipulating the back of my tongue and soft palate, I start discovering how bouncy I can make the sound. Once you discover how it feels to bounce that sound around while everything is super fluid, you can start to hone it. Notice how I transitioned by backing off pressure from chest voice to head voice, and I let my voice bounce into the head voice. This is how my vibrato found me and how it can find you too. Experiment with this. Hone it. Don't reject anything as you're dialing this in. Leave comments below. Let me know what you thought. If you want more tips like this, I offer tons of unconventional ways to discover what your body can do for your voice, help you learn about your voice in my free course, and much more in my other courses. Click that link below and join my free course. We'll see you for more. Hey, Chris Liepe here with how to practice all these crazy singing techniques and ideas without bothering your neighbors or your roommates or your family members. It's a very common inquisition that I get. People emailing me asking, oh, you're making all these noises on your video. What if I have neighbors to consider? Well, in this video, I'm going to help you solve this problem once and for all so that you can practice freely and improve at your own pace and do the things that you want to do to explore your voice. And I do have a whole free course dedicated to exercises that you can do quietly, effectively, and without annoying anyone. It's called 7 Highly Effective Exercises, they're quiet, that won't annoy your neighbors. And you can find the link to that free course in the video description below. So be sure, right after viewing this video, you go over, if you haven't already, sign up for that course so that you'll have some actionable things to do. Here's the first thing that you can do to start solving the neighbor's problem. Become well-connected and appropriately social. Now, I've got a little story that I'm going to share. It's very short, and it's something that I share in private lessons a lot because that's one of the questions I get asked in private lessons. How do I practice without annoying my neighbors? Here's the story. Back when I was in college, I lived in a dorm room, and I lived on the second of 3 floors, didn't have my own bathroom. It was a very public living situation. I didn't have a roommate, but the place where I stayed, my dorm was only one room with a sink, and it opened up to a hall, and then there was the bathroom across the street, or across the hall. And I remember going around when I started my vocal emphasis in college. I remember going around to everybody on my floor, or not everybody, but most of the people on my floor. And I knocked on a lot of doors. And I just said, hey, I'm doing vocals and recording for my education, and I'm going to do these things when it, is not terribly intrusive to everybody, but I'm going to need to make a lot of noise. Yeah, you're going to hear me what sounds like screaming or strangling animals. I'm not doing anything like that. I am trying to discover how my voice works because I have to do some of this for school. I have to make recordings. I have to discover what my voice will really do. And I said this to those people. And what was really fun about these conversations that I'd have is they genuinely would be interested in what I was doing. So I'd talk to them. Oh, what's your favorite style of music? Oh, what are some singers you like? And, it was really, really neat. And then oftentimes I'd be doing my wailing and squawking and stuff like that. And I'd get someone who would come by and knock on my door and be like, what you working on today? Or how does this sound when you're done? Or they had all these great questions. I made a lot of friends simply by being open and upfront with what I was doing and being courteous at the same time. Being well-connected and appropriately social in this context did a few things for me. Number one, it helped me squash any rumors that might be going around based on what was going on in my dorm room. But the other thing that it did is it got rid of self-consciousness before I even had the opportunity to be self-conscious, because there was no way in that living situation that people were not going to hear my mistakes, my things that I was doing that I wouldn't want anybody to hear. I just resolved to being like, I guess they're going to hear it. And so I was able to get rid of self-consciousness simply by having those advanced conversations. Super, super powerful. It helped me feel free and empowered to do whatever I wanted, because most people know what I'm doing and why, and it's okay. They'll follow me a little bit on the journey this way. And you can see this sort of mindset has gone all these years into how I approach teaching you guys on YouTube. I'm not afraid to make stupid noises. The reason I'm not afraid really stems back to that time in my dorm room. I was able to harness that period of time and make it one of the most fruitful and discovery-oriented periods in my life as a singer. Here's the next one. Practice in very, very short increments. Even in my full-blown course, most directives that I give you to practice things, certainly if they are potentially strenuous while you're trying to discover the sensations, most of the time recommendations I give you are like 10 minutes at a time. We don't have to practice for even a half an hour or especially not, longer periods of, 3 hours of trying to record. That's not practicing. Practicing can and should be, especially when we're working on things like screaming or singing with distortion. As we're putting these things in our voices, they should be done in very intentional, short increments to allow you to feel and internalize sensations without pushing your voice to the point of being strained or tired. Most vocalists that I work with who come to me and say, oh yeah, I practice about a half an hour, maybe even longer every day. I go, wow. Well, I really doubt you're being very efficient, and I bet you're really kind of battling exercise fatigue. We want to, for a lot of reasons, be very focused, be very brief in our actual practicing. This is going to help you be intentionally focused. And so 10 minutes, I'm making these crazy noises, but I learned a lot in those 10 minutes. And I'm actually going to write down and even record some of the things that I was messing around with during my practice session. Then I'm going to listen back and read back the introspection that I have created and allowed myself to do while engaging in that 10 minutes of strenuous practicing. Or strenuous is the wrong word. Intense, focused practicing. And if you think about vocals as being more of an athletic event versus a musical event when we're practicing, this type of approach, practicing in short spurts, makes a lot of sense. We want to, warm up a little bit and then hit it and be very, very intentional about what we're doing. And then we want to go away and let our voice rest. And when you're training, when you're weight training or you're doing stuff for sports or whatever, and you're practicing a particular skill, those brief moments set your body up for muscle memory retention when you're resting, not when you're doing. This is key to remember. So we combine this idea of short practice with this get to know your neighbors and be social approach, and we have become much more effective with a lot less time. Now, you say, well, I can't possibly only practice 10 minutes a day or 10 minutes every other day or whatever, and not improve. That doesn't feel like enough time. There are lots of ways to improve your voice that don't involve practicing, and certainly practicing at home where you've got a bunch of neighbors. Case in points. When you are at band rehearsal, you likely have a space where you can be loud for 2 hours or whatever. when you're driving in the car and want to sing along to songs. This isn't necessarily practicing. This is more just expressing. Yeah, there might be elements of practicing there, but you're in different settings. We're talking about how to practice in your area, your home area, without bothering your neighbors. Band practice, singing in the car, performing, going to a recording studio. These are all areas where you're going to improve, but it's kind of outside of your practicing. And this leads me to my third and final tip for this video, and it builds on what I just said. Don't make practicing in your mind your sole way for improving or immersing yourself in your voice. Yeah, there are exercises in the free course that I recommended that you can do on a daily basis that don't take very long, that are all about practicing and discovering. But there is so much that you can do for your singing, for your musical journey, that doesn't involve making any sound at all. Listening. Yes, a healthy exercise routine that helps you to practice mindfulness and introspection in how you use the rest of your body. Huge for your vocals. And playing other instruments and quietly humming along, exercising your ear, doing ear training. There's all sorts of ways that you can engage your musical mind. And therefore, when you do make these short spurts of loud practicing, these other things, the ear training, the listening, the exercising, the reading about your favorite artists and getting ideas from what they do, all of these things are going to inform these short, intense practice sessions. So I hope this has been helpful for you. I realize this isn't as simple as singing into a pillow or building a sound isolation chamber in your basement. But these are the most effective ways that I have been able to practice through my long and happy so far singing career without annoying anybody, with engaging people, with having fun with, okay, I'm going to go at it really focused for a short, intentional amount of time. And then also looking for other ways that other parts of life and experiences can inform my music and my singing. Again, go to that free course, 7 highly effective exercises that won't annoy your neighbors. We'll see you for more. Hiya!
I got here super quick today.
I know. I accidentally clicked the search bar on the bottom.
Stupid.
I was very close. I was planning on it.
I even got to shut down the screen. Hey, everybody. It's
Yo.
Tuesday night.
Happy Tuesday. Huh?
Hey, that's why I'm here, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
So you're now listening, watching The Outside of Hurt with Jeremy Hurt and
You're goddamn right.
LG.
Cal G. McTabbert. There you go.
McTabbert. That's right.
Yeah, fuck.
So, and last week's episode was brought to you by Fuck Cancer, and this week is brought to you by
Yeah.
Fuck Heroin.
Goddamn right. We gotta cover all bases.
Yes.
Yeah.
There's no we don't play favorites here. We hate them all.
No.
All the leading causes of death, I suppose.
Right.
So today's show is going to be pretty much the same, but some of the videos that I'm going to show are of a friend of mine who recently lost his battle with addiction. I had the pleasure of being his best friend for many years, and we actually started a variety show together, which was called The Artist's Umbrella. And I used to, I guess the definition, I would define it as like, I would say it was like a 8th grade talent show on steroids. So,
Right. I think we talked about that, right? Or,
yeah. Like you never knew what you were going to see. We always had new like random acts. Like we've had magicians, belly dancers, opera singer, like comedian, poetry, music. Somebody played a flute, like this Indian flute one time. Man, that shit was really cool. So
sounds sick.
yeah, so this is, I guess, in memory of Brandon. So, yeah, it was a tough loss for the community here in Lansing.
Yeah, shit, dude.
Yeah, he did a lot for bringing artists together and helping people see their potential. Like, one of the things we wanted to do was to provide a stage for people who normally don't get that stage. And I think we did a really good job of it too. So
It's commendable. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
now it's who knows. Teachers, it looks weird there. So, but yeah, he was a musician, poet. He did a little, like 2 of the shows. He did like this skit where he played a character called Uncle Carl.
All right.
It was like an interview, like an interview setting, like a talk show kind of. Or like, have you seen Between the Ferns?
Yeah.
He wanted it to be something like that.
Cool. Or like Eric Andre or something. Or like,
yeah.
It's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
And it was so ridiculous. Like it was so ridiculous.
That sounds sick.
Yeah, Uncle Carl. He was something else. So that's what's been going on with me this last week. Just kind of, grieving and dealing with all that.
Man.
It's never fun. Yeah.
Nah, that shit's rough.
It's though, like every storm cloud has a silver lining and whatnot. I think this is gonna bring the community closer. Help repair some relationships. I see. So,
Sure, man.
it always sucks that something like that has to happen for those things to take place, but
No, yeah.
if nothing good came of it, it'd be just a tragedy. So,
You're right.
Yep.
Fuck, dude.
In other news, I completed the 30 covers in 30-ish days.
Right.
Yeah.
I saw that.
Yeah, I was pretty proud of myself because I missed a couple days here and there, and like normally I would probably just like be like, oh well, fuck it, I didn't make those days and just quit. But
Sure.
I finished it, and I think it went well.
Yeah, you got a lot of fucking bangers, I think.
Yeah, one of
Bangers
them,
of covers.
one of them trended, so that's
Yeah.
cool.
That is a win. That is definitely a win, man.
That was my first song to trend, like solo, I guess, song to trend. So
Congrats on that, dude.
that's kind of an exciting thing. Yeah.
Dude, and you got a shit ton of followers from it, I'd say.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of people added. So like there was a cover of a Crash Test Dummies that trended, and a lot of people were adding it to their playlists and stuff, which I think is like the biggest compliment you can get. Especially like random people you don't know. Like that's pretty dope.
Yeah, that always feels good. Some fucking Yahoo. Well, yeah, it's crazy though. Huh?
Yeah. You had a song trending metal a little while back, didn't you?
I had a couple, and I'm still not sure why. I thought they had cool things in them. So.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what the equation is to get you there. Like. Yeah,
because I have. Unless I'm remembering wrong, I haven't trended since.
No?
Something was different.
It's because you've been working with me.
Yeah.
I'm bringing you down.
Right. But I guess we trended a lot, right? With
yeah.
Fantastic Android.
Yeah, but you got some new songs to show that too, so.
Sure goddamn do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which one of them is like, I don't know, I really love like the composition of this song.
Fallen Angel, yeah.
Yeah. It's just, I don't know, it's really good. Like it has a good flow to it, I'd say that.
I think so, yeah. Well,
yeah.
I think my best guitar work, I think.
Dude, I love that guitar. It's fucking dope. Well, both of them, I guess I should say. Yeah.
It's my first time trying harmonizing that many.
Yeah.
Guitar riffs.
Say you did well.
Yeah, thank you. And just like everything else, like it was hard to. Another track, it was really hard. It was hard to add to it because it was like fuck. Guys nailed it. Yeah. There's I try to be like conscious of that when I make like new ones, and then like leave like some guitar parts or like bass out. Like, even if I have an idea, like I won't put it in there just because I know that you'll have an idea. Sure.
But like the old ones, like I was trying to make a complete song, so. Sure,
yeah. Well, I guess I found a way, so.
Yeah, no, you definitely found a way, yeah. It
took a little longer. I'm just noticing, like, overall though, I'm getting a lot better at adding to tracks, but it's still a learning curve for me.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah. It's I guess to have someone just bring a like completed idea to you and be like, here you go, do something with this. Like,
sure.
It's gotta be a little different than like actually like creating a song.
Yeah, it's definitely it flows a lot easier when I'm starting with something, and then but it's like mixing an idea with someone else's idea. It's a lot harder.
Yeah. Like play my style right now.
Yeah, fucking match it perfectly. Yeah.
Or else.
But I've learned a lot from it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've learned that vocals and guitar make my songs way better and like make them trend.
It's true.
It's crazy. I mean, I get it. Like they're important parts of songs, and like I can't play a live guitar, you know. So like anything that I would put on there is just going to be like, you know, yeah, it's just like a synth generic like sound that's never as good as the original, or like some loop that you can't really mess with. You know what I mean? Like
if I were running BandLab, I'd have all your tracks trend. Okay, because I like all your stuff.
I appreciate that. Well, let's play some Fallen Angel here for to those out there watching in the chat. You know what I was thinking about? I wonder where everybody's from in the chat usually. Like, and like, is it more East Coast, West Coast? What do we got? Like, is it a biggie? Do we have a Biggie Tupac scenario going on everywhere?
Type in your state and your address.
Wait, what was it?
And your phone number.
And your social security number.
And a picture of your face.
The last 3 digits on the 3 digits on the back of that credit card. You know, those aren't important.
No, it's good information for us.
I remember that like makes me think like back in the like chat room days, the AOL days of the internet, when everyone just said ASL. Like that was it was like, yeah, what are they, 22, 21, I don't know, younger than that, 16.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Before I date myself anymore.
Yes, I'm lost. So
this is the latest track from Fantastic Android.
Okay.
Angel.
Run that shit.
Run that shit.
Just fucking run it.
On my own. We're all on our own. On my own. All alone. On my own. All alone. We're all alone. Coops to slide away from boxes with hands of red. Cop, pestle and pain, with a splash of forget, forget, forget. Now I'm truly all I know, all alone, on my own, all alone. Border me in the walls, pestle and pain, with a splash of forget, forget, forget. I'm truly all I know, all alone, on my own. On my own, on my own. Tick, 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 goes the clock on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Tick, 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 goes the clock on the wall, on the wall, on the wall. Tick, 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 goes the clock on the wall.
Hey,
You don't hear a lot of finger cymbal solos.
wait, what?
I said you don't hear a lot of finger cymbal solos, So
Finger cymbals.
I don't know. It sounded like finger cymbals. I don't know what it was.
Sound a little.
Some sound I think out somewhere.
I fucking love it. All right.
Yeah, it's dope.
Gee, what do you think about the bass? Because I'm like iffy.
I don't. Honestly, I don't hear it that much. So like, I don't.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
All right, forget about it then.
I don't, like every now and again, like it's like I don't know. It's like it's weird because I know it's there and I hear it, but like it's just kind of like disappears into the background. Like for me, at least, I don't know. It's weird.
It becomes part of the song. Yeah.
Yeah. It just morphs into everything else.
It enhances the song.
Yes.
I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's great.
Yeah, that's something. I think I'm gonna revisit it. That's why.
Yeah.
It does not compare at all to the guitar. I just want to give it a little bit more. Yeah.
Everything amazing.
Right. Yeah. Square make everything amazing because this is an amazing track, and it deserves nothing but amazing.
Yes.
But I'm fucking proud of it though overall. I think.
I think this one should trend. I don't know. But
I hope so. Yeah.
I think it should.
I think it should.
It's got like almost 90 plays already. So.
Yeah, with like 40 likes or some shit.
Yeah, pretty good.
I used to think it was based on likes, but now I'm not sure anymore. I don't know.
Yeah. No, like it's weird. Like the stuff, anything that I've had that's trended, like even like what was it? The final scene, that metal song. Like none of them really got a ton of likes before they trended. So it's gotta be.
For me, it was like I got like 10 I think it was like above 10 likes, and then I got the message that you're trending. That was the pattern for me, but that was like 2020 or something.
Yeah.
So I'm sure things have changed.
Well, I finally figured out like I didn't miss if anything of mine trended because they sent you a message.
Right.
I was like, maybe like checking the list, like maybe something on it. Like, no, they let you know.
Yeah, they make it very apparent. Yeah. Yeah.
I was like, oh, I've never seen this message before.
It's like, what the fuck? Just completely alien too. It's just.
I mean, it's not as cool as the hey, you won third place and you won $100.
I know, huh? I can't. Yeah, I forgot about that. Of course, that was just as big as trending. So I guess. What
was the challenge for? Do you remember?
I think it was just like make a beat or something like that.
Yeah,
I still kind of put the hashtag in there just in case people want to see it or something. But yeah, I just kind of like ran it. Like if it sounds closest to the track, then I'll put the hashtag on it.
Yeah.
But I never really paid fully attention to the actual contest. But so,
Like, just give me my check, bitch.
yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Did they have a lot of those like they like make a killer track and all genres are accepted?
Make an instrumental. Maybe with vocals if you want. Doesn't matter.
Right.
Yeah.
I think there's one going on right now that has a beat. They're like rap, sing, play guitar, whatever. Do something.
Make noises. Yeah. Blow air into your microphone.
Yeah. pass gas for 3 minutes. Like, whatever.
Fart into the microphone, make a beat out of it, sample it.
Yeah. I used to joke like when sampling, like when like all this stuff started coming out to like manipulate sounds and well that come out like when it started to get big, like I'm sure it's been around forever. But yeah, when it started to get more popular and mainstream, I was like, you can literally like fart into the microphone and turn it into like an amazing like bass.
Yeah, dude. And we gotta try that at some point.
Just don't get pink eye.
Yeah, don't get pink.
You'll end up looking like this picture behind you.
Your eye will start to droop. Yeah.
Raspberry jelly in your eyeball.
He really is like Frankenstein, isn't he? He's like a Frankenstein James Corden.
Yeah, he's for real, dude. Like he's put together by a very, very deranged person.
He's even
made it.
Oh,
yeah, she's done playing.
What's up?
Are you done play? You done play practicing?
Yes, I'm done play practicing.
She was practicing how to play hide and go seek.
Yeah. Well, you gotta practice.
I was hiding a long time.
There you are.
That's why I look so like dead because I've been hiding, man.
Yeah, but in a closet. Just,
What's
yeah, with a small space.
with a very small, no food or anything. Just.
No. I had some tacos when I got out. So.
Oh, nice.
I'm on the outs now.
Nice. Just escaped from your self-imposed prison.
Yes, yeah.
What play or whatever are you doing?
So me and my son were cast in the community production.
Oh.
Something happened.
So close.
So close.
The
sorry.
Community production.
Oh, it sucks mid-sentence. Oh.
Yeah,
anyone want to guess?
You're froze. You froze up there for a minute.
You cut out, yeah.
Oh, sorry. I'm freezing. It's cold in here.
Yeah.
No. I got cast as the Wicked Witch of the West, which is funny because I'm from the East, so.
There you go. Cool.
Nice.
So yeah. It hurts my voice. I have to do like the freaking laugh and and just talk like this, like I'll get you, you little girl.
Sounded like Shinji there for a minute.
A little bit.
Taking lessons from Shinji on how to, sound like a decrepit old lady and shit.
That's always important, I think.
Yeah.
Than anything.
That's a good life. It's a good life skill to have. Period.
That's gotta be good vocal exercise, I think. At least.
Yeah. So my voice was wrecked after we got our sinus infections or whatever. I'm still recovering, but yeah, I got that role, and I told him the last week or so, like I'll do my best, but I'm not doing the witch cackle tonight because my throat hurts. But yeah, they love it.
When
Yeah,
when
it
you-
sounded good what you did for us. I think.
yeah.
It was pretty spot on.
And I'm going green. Like they want me to be completely green. So I'm excited. I'm excited. And my son's playing the professor. I like to call him the brofessor.
The professor is.
All right. When did the show start?
The show starts beginning of August, so we have a month left.
A month to ruin our life.
Yep.
Yeah.
I was in what was it? Peter Pan when I was a kid. I was a Lost Boy. That was my theater experience. And then,
I can't even remember mine. I think I fried my brain on drugs and I just forgot.
Wait, who were you in Peter Pan?
I was just a Lost Boy.
One of the Lost Boys. Yeah.
Typical. I mean, I think you're still lost, Jeremy.
I was the only one with
Pretty accurate.
With an actual line though. My character's name was slightly soiled. And he knew that was his name because that was like the label that was on his bassinet or whatever. He was chopped off his back. He was chopped off.
Slightly spoiled.
Yeah.
Well, it seems important if you're the only one with any fucking lines.
Right?
I think that was like Slightly Stupid's plan B for their band name. Slightly Soiled.
Probably. I would say so.
It's a good name.
They found out it was copyright.
It ain't that.
Okay.
Theater, it was fun. Like, and then my voice changed, and then like I just didn't like want to sing.
And then they were like, "You're not invited back. You can't do plays anymore."
You bombed completely. You ruined the show.
You sound stupid now.
Sound like a dumb little kid. Stupid little kid. Get out of here. Just completely bullied you.
Pretty much. Yeah. I had to do. We had there was one that I tried. I can't remember what the play was, but I tried out for it, and they just had you like do like a random scene or whatever, and I didn't prepare anything because I don't do that kind of thing. So
not back then. No,
not ever.
Not ever.
I show up to this show and like 3 minutes before I'm like, what am I gonna fucking do on this show? And then I figure it out. But
I don't think I would be able to.
You get used to it after a while.
Sure. I've not done it at all. So
my life has been like a series of like those movie scenes where they're trying to defuse the bomb and like they're trying to decide which wire to cut and like they always choose the right one, but there's like 0.2 seconds left to do it. Like,
right.
That's my life. Like I defused the bomb, but god damn was it close.
That's worked out for me sometimes, but there are plenty of
That's a great
I survived
metaphor.
the explosion.
Yeah, I was telling that to somebody, and this kid, like, we were signing up for community college like a few years ago, and then here I am, like 20 years out of school, right? And this like 18-year-old kid's there, and I'm telling him this story, and he goes, "Yeah, mine's like my life's when the bomb blows up."
Yeah, that sounds like me.
But okay, so like we're in this rehearsal, right, in like the green room of the theater, and I'm watching everybody do their thing and like trying to figure out what the hell I'm gonna do, and I ended up pretending to answer a phone call and like basically like cuss somebody out and tell them like never to call me again, like yell at them, like slam the phone down, and it wasn't good enough to get me a call back though, so.
On your feet, just quickly.
That was the end of my acting career.
Hang on, guys. I got a phone call.
Damn, never improvised a monologue.
Well, we didn't.
That's a good idea, though.
There wasn't cell phones back then or anything, so I had to like pretend I was picking up a phone and answer it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, dialing.
Yeah.
It's an invisible phone, so I guess it works out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't slam it very hard, so it kind of takes some of the dramatic out of it. Slamming an air phone.
An air.
I'm really mad. I'm doing this very angrily.
You overshoot it. And
It's
just,
like trying to slam a screen door.
right.
You're never gonna look cool doing that.
It's never. Goodbye. You can still hear me. Shit. Right.
Okay. All right. We got one other song that I was told to wait to play, but I think it's safe now
Mm.
that the Fantastic Android released.
Yeah.
So I think I actually like this song, you guys.
Oh wow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Not that I don't love all the rest of the songs. I'm just talking about like time in it, because sometimes I'm like, man, I really brought this shit down. Like Barbie Girl's so cringy to me, you guys.
Yeah,
but
me too. But
City's Alive, I think it's solid. I think it's pretty solid.
I think Barbie Girl's just a cringy song, like to like all around. So
yeah.
I think there was no way to not cringe that.
Yeah,
but I think you guys nailed it. I think it's my favorite version of Barbie Girl. I think.
Yeah, no, Shinji had it down. He's a creepy motherfucker.
Oh my god, like I swear to God, like he sounds so fucking creepy.
He did.
So, I like
played the part. Really
when
well.
I close my eyes, I picture like a balding 50-year-old man that like wears a wife beater all year round, and it just
I'm actually kind of convinced that we need to make Barbies modeled after us and possibly do like a stop-start video for it or something.
And just have Shinji be just this creepy, just wearing a wife beater.
Get a really tan Ken doll, shave him bald, put a wife beater on that motherfucker.
Yeah. Just this really creepy looking face.
Draw a mustache, like the little stash.
Yes. The pencil stash.
Get that pedophile stash, definitely. I think that's perfect.
Oh man, yeah. I was listening to that's what I was thinking. Man, he sounds so creepy. It's like either that the white ball guy, or some dude with way too much money that has his shirt halfway unbuttoned and a Lamborghini behind him, at the club, trying to slip roofies to girls.
That stains on his shirt.
Yeah, it was definitely pedo Ken. I don't know. It went beyond your wildest nightmares.
I think it's more fitting. Yeah. To have a pedo kid. I can.
It is. Someone had to do it.
Someone had to do it.
I mean, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And if someone had to do it, I guess it was us. So.
It's pretty dope.
It was awesome. I thought it was fun, but listening to the lyrics and stuff, I'm like, oh, I never really listened to the lyrics back in the day. All I remember was I'm a Barbie girl in a Barbie world.
Yeah,
classic.
Everyone. Yeah,
life's fantastic. Oh, this is an upbeat song.
Yeah. I don't think it required much more investigation.
Yeah, but I feel like the climax of that song, she's make me crawl on the floor and beg on my knees.
Yeah,
whoa,
oh, shit.
Yeah,
whoa. Come on, Barbie. Jesus.
He is not the dominant one, that's for sure.
Yeah, honestly, that song can be really triggering. Should come with a trigger warning for all the kids that were molested in the 90s. Jesus
Christ. Even when I did Girls by the Beastie Boys too, and I was doing that one, and I'm like, I don't know about this one either. If it was to come out today, I don't think it would be the hit that it was back in the 80s.
Wouldn't be as well received. Yeah,
no, it would not.
No. Especially now, if you release that song now, you're out of your mind.
I think most songs from the 90s. I think.
Yeah.
My opinion.
When they're girls to do the dishes, I'm oh no.
Hey.
Oh, shit.
Oh boy.
So our friend from New Orleans writes us, and I gotta read you guys something that he wrote. Hold on, real quick. It's hilarious.
Okay.
All right. Hilarious. Perfect for the show.
And it's written, so it's even better.
He wrote this like it was coming from the White House in Washington. See that?
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So he says, I took a wolf out of the forest and taught it about gender discrimination and racial bias. Now he's a werewolf. Aware.
Okay.
He's aware.
He's aware.
That's such a good dad joke.
I like that.
That was good. He laid that in a letter for us, and I was just like, damn, this motherfucker with his typewriter.
A werewolf. I love it.
A werewolf. Yeah. So professionally typed out.
All right. So
Good.
the city's
So
alive.
where were we? Did we just fall in like an ADD K-hole?
Yes,
Well,
yeah.
that happens a lot. So
Yeah, that's the show. I think we should name just change the name.
Neurotypical
ADD wormhole. K-hole.
Perfect for me. Like,
Yes. Not even drug induced. We just go there. Fall into these holes.
Anxiety induced.
yeah. Exactly.
What am I
accurate.
supposed to say now?
This is a long ass song. I never realized.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah,
pretty long.
Although you guys do hit us with those long ass songs sometimes.
Cal was really happy that we dropped 2 5-minute songs.
Yeah. Damn, that's gonna be epic. That's like a Pink Floyd album waiting to happen, you guys.
Right.
I think so. Yeah, I agree
Yeah.
with that.
Throw what is it? That one 8-minute song on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the whole A side right there in 3 songs.
Just have the album long songs. Good.
Long songs.
Long songs. Yeah. There you go. Long
Yeah.
songs. There you go.
All right. So,
Yeah.
we're gonna play "The City's Alive." Oh, you know what? One thing I forgot to say about Fallen Angel was Shinji was telling me that the lyrics were about like Satan falling from heaven.
Right, yeah.
And I thought I thought that was a pretty dope idea for lyrics and stuff.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah, not motherfucker.
That motherfucker.
Yeah, I love this.
He's done it again.
These lyrics too are really good.
All of them. Oh,
Like,
man.
yeah. Well, I know, but like these ones,
Yeah, this is a whole ass vibe. This song.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one I really love. This one.
like he loves the earth.
Yeah.
Let's listen to Shinji's
True. It's
confession
not
of
true.
love for the
Hippie
earth.
bullshit.
Hippie shit.
Love you, Shinj.
Oh yeah, you're good. You're really good.
This is The City's Alive by Fantastic Android.
Yeah.
Enjoy.
Oh, we do it.
city's alive, and I ache for the light, the light, the city's alive, and I ache for the light.
The city's alive. I know you feel her in these twitches, tweaks, spinal trap saviors, our original Taylor, who sewed up this land and busted for animal. Not man, not man, not man. City's alive. City's alive. You can hear her crying. You can hear her crying. You can hear her crying.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that fucking sound. Is so like haunting.
Yeah. Like calming, but like almost kind of horrifying a little bit.
And this like, all right, so the end bit here
Right.
has me like feeling like two ways. Like one is like, holy shit, like that's some deep shit, and like
Right.
the other one is like,
Haunting.
what the fuck did I just read? It's like mind-boggling and confusing, and I don't know. I have mixed emotions
Sure. Yeah.
because it's really fucking good.
I think yeah.
But like, I love how he words shit, like the tweaks of spinal tap saviors.
I like that a lot. Yeah.
Fucking yeah. I never like got that. I never got that. Like not myself. Like I can't write like that. It just doesn't work for me. Mine's like
No.
more like to the point, I guess. Like I don't know. That's not the best way to describe it, but it's I don't know. I can't write shit like that.
No. Yeah, I can't. I fucking tried it. I don't know.
Yeah, I think you did pretty good with your Android song or what
Asteroid. Yeah, the droid. Yeah.
Yeah.
Confusing.
Yeah.
It's close.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
close enough.
Asteroid, Android, fucking
Asteroid. Yeah.
thing. Trees. The trees.
The trees and the shit. Yeah.
Did you hear the trees?
They fell down.
Yeah.
Right.
Can you
But-
hear them, Paul?
If you're around to hear them, I have. Oh.
I think I had a music teacher that their debate was that if no one's there, it doesn't make a sound because sound is created in your ear or something like that, and I don't think that's right.
Yeah, anything with ears, I guess.
like, no, it's not
I got-
created like I could see like where it's filtered in.
I
your
would say it does make a sound
Hmm.
yeah.
that can't really be interpreted for deaf
Yeah.
people.
Yeah, or any like stupid animal just around to hear it. I think.
Yeah, right.
I think.
And I mean, like trees have been like they have their own like system of like communicating with each other through their roots and whatnot.
Could other trees hear
Like
the tree
trees,
falling down?
Right. But and plus, like trees that have fallen down, like they'll keep them alive because they don't want to lose them. So like,
Right. Yeah.
they're listening. They hear it.
Yeah. So something really effed up that someone told me when I was a vegetarian was like, they were like, well, plants can feel too. Like they've done studies that plants at very high frequencies while you're cutting them will emit like a screaming, high-pitched screaming, screeching sound. And I'm like,
Right.
well, shit, you can't win.
Yeah,
Well, I can't hear them,
Plants are
so who
alive.
cares?
And
Yeah.
animals are alive, so I can't eat anything.
Yeah.
Just air.
There's a reason our hearing only goes to so many decibels and whatnot. So, so that stuff doesn't affect us. Yeah. I mean, what am I supposed to do? Like live off of air?
Yeah, I was supposed to breathe in my food. I don't think so. Yeah, it's just
Then I'm gonna
you
find
can't
out
eat anything.
that like that carbon and oxygen molecules like scream too or some
Right.
shit like that.
Yeah,
like
it's messed up, man.
I
Now
think so.
can't
Yeah.
even-
Shinji made these bomb ass tacos tonight, so I just want to shout out for these tacos.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
But
Oh yeah.
tacos have feelings too, so I kind of feel guilty.
Yeah.
I
They
got
had
meat in them, I guess.
they had feelings. They
Yeah.
don't anymore.
They don't matter anymore, of course.
By the time they get to you, the feelings are all gone.
Yeah.
No, especially not on Taco
Just
Tuesday.
happiness.
Yeah.
No
Alright.
feelings.
Taco Tuesday,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Taco
Just-
Tuesday don't care for no one.
We're void of feelings on Taco Tuesday.
Just shove all
Okay.
that shit way down inside and forget
Yeah.
about it.
Yes. I honestly wish I had some tequila for the occasion.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Have your
Tequila and a Dos Equis.
you gotta have your vegetarian cheat day. I guess. I'm gonna have meat today.
Yeah. So yeah, no, I gave
That's
up on
good.
being a vegetarian long ago.
Okay.
Actually, when I was pregnant, they were like,
Oh yeah, fuck
"You
that.
need to
Then.
eat." They were like,
I'm
"You
gonna
need
eat
to eat
everything.
something.
Yeah.
Not,
You will
not
not sustain life."
celery.
So that's
Celery was
parasitic pregnancy.
Right. right.
Celery wasn't doing it, huh?
Yeah, no. But when you're pregnant, I'm sure. Fuck that. I'm gonna eat whatever the fuck I want.
Right?
Yeah, I think Shinji was probably a little embarrassed because we'd like go to all you can eat buffets, and I would
You
It would just be like
Sure.
3
yeah.
plates,
Yeah,
I'd be
fuck
like
it.
trying everything. He'd be like, "You have to like finish what's on your one plate before you go," and I was like, "I want like desserts and savory food, man."
Yeah, I'm eating for 2. Yeah.
Yeah, it gets you messed up.
It needs about 10 pounds of food.
Hey, yeah, I would tear up an all you can eat buffet if I got good at it.
Oh, do it.
On my own. Like, so
Yeah, I don't even need to be pregnant. Fuck that. I'm eating for 2 stomachs. I guess.
Yeah, you gotta supply all the nutrients for this other,
For life.
for
Depression.
well, yeah. Pass through all the nutrients pass through the umbilical cord.
Right.
Oh, it's crazy. So my son, he's 15 now. He just turned. He's like, God, like, yeah, almost 16. When he was born, he had a knot in his umbilical cord, which is like could have been, the end
Yeah.
before the beginning, like really. But because it was like a healthy umbilical cord, the knot like just slid around. It didn't actually tighten and like cut off his, supply of nutrients and food and whatnot. So yeah, that's like the doctor that was there to assist in the birth or whatnot said that she's given birth to helps birth like thousands of children and like a handful have had knots in their umbilical cord and come out alive. So yeah, pretty crazy.
That's a special kid, then, I guess.
Man.
Yeah, that's parasites. Fucking parasites.
Parasitic, man.
Tying knots in.
But wait, rewind. Jeremy has kids?
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah.
Damn, Jeremy.
Yeah.
Eight.
You have 8? Oh, Jesus.
28. What?
Damn, I'd hate to see that child support check.
Oh my God, I gotta work like 17 jobs.
Yeah.
I got so many side hustles you don't even know.
No, but congrats on your A child term.
My 15-year-old son.
Congrats on having a child in general, I guess.
I continued my bloodline.
Yeah.
Go
Hey,
you.
fuck yeah.
You are human. You've reached level 500.
I know, I passed.
Human. Yeah.
You were quite literally doing God's work, I guess.
The hurt name will continue.
Damn right.
My kid's really into skateboarding right now, so he's living that Cali life and trying to film skateboarding videos and stuff.
Nice. Okay.
Connor just got busted sneaking into like an abandoned hospital or some shit like that.
Oh,
fuck yeah. Hey.
Okay, that's not the worst thing.
I was like, that's awesome.
Sounds fun.
So my
Abandoned? Who gives a
class
shit?
got into trouble at school for writing in math class on the iPad, writing a romance erotic novel.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
So, I mean, I give him props for creativity, but in math class, it just doesn't make sense to be writing.
Hide it better, I'd say.
Yeah, and then I was like, why on the iPad, bro? You could have did it in a notebook, and it probably would have been a little easier, like, to conceal. I don't know.
Right.
A big ass iPad, yeah.
But some things,
Just bring your laptop.
Some things they call you, and you're like, why are you called? Like, what do you want me to do? Like, I'm sorry, like, what do you...
Yeah.
They're exploring the world. They're writing things like, at least they're not like pissing on a door handle or something. I don't know.
Oh no, my child's being creative.
Have you seen the internet these days? Like,
he could be doing much worse.
Listen. Before the show,
you could be like licking a toilet seat or something.
Making like hentai or something.
Yeah, right. Before the show, I googled "fuck heroin," right? So to find like a background.
Okay.
And
you got it.
And it says, and I went to images, and it says, some of these images might be have adult content or whatever, and I was like, okay, whatever.
Hell yeah.
I'm cool with that.
I'm down.
So I hit okay, right? And the next thing I know, there is fucking porn all over my fucking screen. Like,
some heroin related porn.
It was like they put the E on the end of the heroin, like heroin, like a
okay, yeah. Yeah, heroin.
Damn, I thought it was like, is that like a thing? Like we're into heroin junkie porn?
No,
that sounds fucked up. I would watch that.
I was scrolling through like I was like stuck in a train wreck. Like I can't stop scrolling. But, like,
oh my god,
this is fucking horrendous.
Yeah, curiosity. I know. So we keep scrolling. I know.
I'm like, eventually,
I'm on the 15th page now.
Eventually, there's got to be like some like little logo thing that says "fuck heroin," right? Like, there's got to be. Like, no, there was not.
Well, then how did you find it?
I went back to like the all search, and there was.
Okay, you were like, let's turn off that adult search.
There's
damn.
Like a support.
Damn
like,
the internet.
Google's in the gutter, I guess.
I don't know. I don't know what you call
Google.
it. Yeah. Google is fucking horrible. Like I was like,
Google.
So do I gotta?
Good for me, I guess.
Should I Google like I hate heroin? Like,
I hate yuck heroin.
Yeah, something more PG.
Ew. Yeah.
So like, is each week we're saying down with something?
Yeah. Well,
I'm I'm down with that.
Probably, but like, this is because I just lost a friend recently to an overdose. So
Yeah,
Another
stupid.
one?
yeah, well,
Are you fucking kidding me?
How many?
Yeah, it's crazy. And one
Yeah.
like
It's hard times.
one was like fucking 21, like just
Yeah.
fucking
Ugh.
like.
So when I was growing
I'm
up, I
sorry.
lost a lot of, well, some friends to the methadone Xanax mix. And then a lot of friends actually from suicide. So, but I'd hate to say fuck suicide because that sounds like a punk band or something, but
It's yeah.
But yeah,
We got
that's
started.
like another killer.
We got to start a new band. Do it.
Yeah.
Fuck suicide.
How about like fuck not having fucking like available health care for mental health.
Yeah.
Right.
Something that's a little bit long-winded, but you
Yeah,
know,
It's a little wordy.
Healthcare, motherfucker.
I can shorten it. That was just off the top of my dome. Like
Fuck yeah.
It's
Fucking
okay.
no
We'll fine tune it. We'll fine tune it.
We'll figure it out.
Just fuck the system.
We'll
That's right.
brainstorm.
That's right. I saw this piece of art the other day, and it was like a little cute kitten, but it said "Fuck you, I won't do it. You tell me," and it was like a little
Aw.
kitten.
Aw.
I was like, "Aw, love to have that on a shirt."
And I just covered that. I just covered that song too.
Yeah.
I know. That's what made me think of it. That was awesome. Wasn't that your last big cover?
That was the culmination. Yeah.
3-year-old.
Honestly, you could play that if you wanted to. I love that song.
Father Pat McConaughey did the guitar on that one. He fucking.
That's so cool.
I saw that.
He's like,
Awesome.
I texted him and asked him, and he's like, he's like, I'll have to see if I can remember. He's like, I never really liked Rage anyways. And I'm like, and then he fucking sent me that. And I'm
Dude.
like, what?
Fuck yeah. Hey.
That's so
They're
Yeah.
kind of mainstream, though, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit obvious to me.
Yeah. And I was like, I have like been picturing like this like this scenario in my head, like when they're all coming to the studio, like with that song, right? And like, like Tom Morello's like, I got this amazing guitar part, and like I can't think of the other guys' names, but the bass player and the drummer are like, yeah, we got this, these parts that just they fit together so well. And then Zach just like puts a piece of paper down, and they're like, what the fuck is that? Just like 4 lines. So, like, you're just gonna say that the whole fucking song? And one is just like saying the other one like a little bit differently. And then the Zach's like, flip it over, and that's the last line, and they're like, oh shit.
Or I feel like they just
Right.
got him like real boozed up or something, real riled up, and they were like, all right, we're gonna play this crazy song, man. And then he was just like, no, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me. And then he's like, no, they did what they told you. You did what they told you.
Right? While you're saying
It's just
you're
like
not.
internal conflict, yeah.
His bandmates tell him to say this, like, fuck you, I don't do what you told.
Yeah. And they
Yeah.
almost broke up that day.
Yeah,
Yes.
it wasn't even about
Fuck you.
it wasn't even about the government. It was just about
Yeah, it wasn't. It was just a quarrel.
Personal problems.
like some Gwen Stefani shit right there.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure she made a song for like
No
all
doubt.
of it. No doubt.
it was.
Oh,
No
snap.
doubt. No doubt.
That was witty as fuck
Good
right
one.
there.
That was clever.
All right, so I'm gonna share. So this is some of the one of Brandon's acts, whatever that he did from the show, from the Artist Umbrella. I'm gonna share with y'all. I think. Well, there was actually. Where is it? Why is this?
That's cool. There was like live painting. I love that.
Yeah, she melted crayons with a heat gun and did a painting with it. It was pretty cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, like everything was like so. There's so much unique stuff going on there.
Yeah, I love watching videos of people painting and stuff. I don't know why. Or people cleaning like carpets. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like dirty carpets being
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
power washed.
Yeah, I've watched those.
I don't know. Like, yeah.
those oddly satisfying videos.
Yeah.
Those are great.
And I love
like
seeing
those.
different stuff, like when people play live. Like I've seen some really cool stage setups. Like one was like around a fire, and they had a bunch of fake deer and foxes around. Like they were rapping around a fire. That was really cool. And then I saw this Montreal concert once where everyone came out in like granny panties and like baby diapers, and they like crucified this fucking guy. Like it was so yeah,
sounds...
I love a good performance. I'll tell you that.
Totally. That sounds great.
There's one, so like the guy that was doing taking pictures and stuff made a video of one of our shows that was like a kind of like a highlight thing, and it has him doing an auction because we did a speed painting competition where like four painters would have like 20 minutes to paint whatever the theme was, and then the audience would vote on who was the winner, and then we would auction off the pictures or the paintings.
Cool.
Trying to find that video.
Yeah.
Great.
No, we can waste more time, I guess.
I know. Oh, we're wasting time.
I'm down. some time killers.
I mean, what is life, anyways, but a waste of time, right?
Exactly.
Wasting time between like what we find important.
Yeah, people can click off.
I mean, is it a waste if we learn something? Is it a waste if we're spending time here together?
It's true. You gotta be patient.
All
you gotta be patient to learn.
Here it is. So, like, I don't know if it'll play though. Like, for some reason, it kept freezing up at some point. So we're gonna see if it plays. It plays. If not, I have something else to play.
Goddamn internet.
This is I guess a highlight video of
dirty
the
tricks.
Umbrella and the things that we used to do.
Oh yeah.
Girl, what did that girl just say, girl? Girl, I don't dance, I work. I don't play, I stay. I don't work, I sweat. He say you already know the flow, gotta get it going for show. When you know the goal, gets in my soul, making it up.
Yeah, did that shit again.
The video froze.
Yeah, I don't know why it does that, but
dude, seriously, fuck the internet, dude.
No, it's something with the video. It's really weird. Like when I first shared it on Facebook, a lot of people were saying that they couldn't watch it and it was going fine for me, and now it just seems like it just does this every time. So
oh shit. Do you have like the actual video like in your downloaded?
No, like the guy that took it, the computer that he had it on crashed or some shit happened.
Fucker.
I asked him if he could get it, and he said he tried, but it didn't look good. So
shit.
So this is Brandon used to front a couple bands as the lead singer and front man, and he was a fucking amazing one. So much energy. Like he was. So our dynamic was he was the rapper and I was the producer. Like that was. I was the behind the scenes and more quiet, and he was boisterous and just fucking way high energy.
So a gay and silent Bob.
Yeah.
There you go.
Not quite as silent, but yes.
A little silent.
Yeah.
All right, Jay and Chill Bob.
Cool.
And with
yeah.
Yes.
Chill Bob. Yeah.
So this is he started bringing in his guitar on and doing like more of a song / poetry. I think this was the first one that he did like this, so we'll check this out.
Cool.
Yeah.
Sounds sick.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
breathe this time.
So this is brand new for me. I'm gonna put my glasses on, not because I think I'm cool, because I'm really fucking scared. So that's that.
Yeah.
I promise I'll get to the song. My name's Brandon. I'm in recovery from drug addiction and alcoholism.
Yeah.
I'm proud of that. It's been the hardest thing that I've ever done in my whole life. And as a result of the way that I used to live, I did some time. And while I was doing that time, I wrote this song, although the lyrics are somewhat cryptic. It's about my struggles with heroin addiction.
Get it.
So, I'm proud to say I don't struggle with heroin addiction any longer. And here it is. I call this Good Run.
Nice.
Than the the plots I've dug and the stones I've laid. So up the ante and down the rail and clear the woods from my bloody trail. It was a good run. Now swollen pupils meet the blinding sun. It's over now, and I'm a number one. But hey, it was a good run. Thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful work. I love that guitar.
Yeah, I do too.
Yeah.
I've always wanted to be able to really play guitar well. And I
While
really need to
singing like
focus
that.
on doing that. Yeah. I want to have like a jewel moment. I want to have an acoustic fucking moment.
So I always want to do that with like a bass guitar. Like
Well, you do.
I do, but I can't sing while doing it though. It's the only problem.
Oh, yeah. That's hard to articulate both. But I guess that's what band lab's for, right? You record it and then you fucking do it.
Yeah. No need for that. Yeah. It'd be cool though. But yeah, that was pretty dope.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the things like that I like, I'm trying to bring to like the awareness, and I'm sure like lots of people understand this, but it's just the power of addiction and like how fucking overpowering it can be at times to some people. You know, he had a family, community that loved him, so many things going for him, and it wasn't enough.
Yeah.
And, you know, I've had my struggles too, and I'm just lucky to be one of the ones that survived to get a chance. But like, you never know. It's just so fucking crazy. Like, one day, one time, like that's all it takes with the shit that's out there now. So too many
It's
people.
hard.
Yeah. I feel like it's almost like getting pregnant, man. Only takes one time. You're knocked up.
Yeah.
Don't get fucked by heroin.
Yeah.
No. It's easy to get. Yeah.
And honestly, I hear out here where we live, there's like a large meth problem, I guess. So that's
Where you are
like,
now?
yeah, so that's hard to hear. But this town, I guess, is like a travel through kind of town.
Yeah.
So there's a big problem around here with that too. But it's kind of like a slow killer, drugs are, because you don't realize it because you're feeling good and you think you're, you know, medicating or whatever, or just enjoying yourself, or you only do it, you know,
It's tricking yourself.
and then next thing you know, you're freaking dead or in a hospital bed.
Well, that's like if anybody is like using or feels the urge to, like, tell somebody, like, you like have somebody be there for you to like prevent or try to prevent like anything like that happening. There's people that care. There's people that like won't judge you and will be there if you need someone standing by with Narcan or whatever. Check out like harm reduction and places like that. You know, because it's people aren't going to stop doing drugs. Like, it's not going to happen.
No.
So you might as well, like, the best thing we can do is keep them safe until they decide, if they want to stop. And
yeah, it's fucked up. Like it's fucked up to say, but like it's like the person if the person's not willing to do it, it's like,
Yeah. There's nothing you can do.
So I guess like what they're pushing now, and I hear like especially up north, I guess, is having a naproxen pen or something on you. There's some sort of medical pen or something you can like give to someone who's ODing.
sure.
That brings them out of it. I totally
That's
forget what it's
good.
called.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're starting to like issue these as like part of a, you know, first aid kit situation, just like you would an EpiPen or something.
Yeah.
You know, especially to like clubs and places where people are partying a lot. You know, someone goes into, yeah. There you go.
Narcan.
Narcan. That's what it
Okay.
is.
Yeah. I have one in my backpack at all times. Like, you never know.
Just in case.
Yeah. When I've seen people nod it out, who knows like how close they were in public. So
It's scary.
yeah, and it's very easy to administer. Like they have training classes too, but it's extremely simple.
I grew up in like a small little town, North California. There's a big meth addiction there. Like,
Yeah.
my sister was privy to that shit.
Yeah.
It's our pretty dark times.
Yeah. Yeah, I can imagine. I know. Yeah, that shit puts you in that psychosis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's easy. Just, especially the younger. Also, when you're really young, it's really easy to get fucking slipped in that shit.
Or really small, or just not used to it.
It changes the chemistry in your brain, like so.
I spent like when you're like, she was like 13 or something, but like when like your brain is developing, like it's the worst time.
Yeah,
it's the worst time to start anything.
Yeah, yeah, that's like I remember like, and this is not like it's a horrible comparison, but like when I was younger, I was like, you weren't supposed to work out like when you were like 12 or whatever, because your body was growing and you're supposed to like grow naturally and then do things like that, like whatever, enhance that, and like so like if you're not even supposed to do things like that, like imagine what negative things would do to your growth.
It's true. Yeah, I'd say it's pretty accurate.
Yeah. But yeah, it's like I said, it's so crazy, like that, like it'll hide. Someone compared it to like when they were in active addiction, they were like a race car flying down the highway, right? And when they stopped using, the car was in the garage and it was still running, but it just wasn't going. Like it was ready to go, but it just wasn't. So I thought that was a good analogy.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's like we need to change the narrative and like the conversations. There's no like shame is not going to get anybody sober.
No.
It's about community and loving each other and being there for people.
It can be hard sometimes, but especially the person, like how deep they are into it, like, and I could totally understand the people who have given up. It's fucked up, but like we've had points where like we've like it's just repetitive, just over and over the same shit, and you're just like but you can't give up. I don't think.
Yeah, there's you still sometimes as a person watching from the outside that cares about that person.
Yeah,
you have to love them from a distance, and that's true. So it's, until they that's all you can do. I mean, my mom finally, after I fucking fucked up so many times, like I was a habitual relapser. So for you know, like I watched my mom cry in the back of the courtroom and, you know, being sentenced to time. I put her through a lot of stress, so I don't blame her at all for having to take a back seat and, like, you know, like just not be there.
Of course, yeah. But
and you know, it took a lot. Like she was there for a lot of shit. So and, you know, people, you know, always ask that, like, if you could do it over again, would you? And like, I used to say yes. I used to say yes because like it made me who I am today, and I'm happy with who I am. But like now, I say, you know, like I say no because like
you put everyone else.
Yeah, I drug innocent people through hell. Like,
I get that totally.
Yeah. So yeah, it's if anybody ever needs anybody to talk to, like, you can find me on Facebook or whatever, like, or Band Lab, like, I'll be there for you, at least to talk, like, anytime. I'm trying. Okay.
Fuck yeah, dude.
There's just like, I hate cliches, but don't give up until the miracle happens, because it does. And it, you never know. It might be the 37th time that you try, but it will happen. It was for me.
The reason you hear it so many times, I guess, there's some truth to it.
And like, so this made me think of this like horror story. I probably have told you guys this before, but my mom always told it to us growing up. It's not really a drug overdose story, but it's like a during drug use horror story. So I guess there was this group of homeless people, including one of my mom's friend's sisters, and they were all smoking crack. Someone had a gun. They loaded the gun and they started playing Russian roulette. Well, my mom's friend's sister and her boyfriend were asleep on a mattress on the floor, but still in the same room as all the other crackheads and homeless people. And this is like a group of like 5 or 6 people, and they started playing Russian roulette even with the people sleeping. And when it came to her, he was shot in the head.
Jesus.
So that was like, wow, I'll never smoke crack, Mom. Swear to God.
Yeah, I mean,
so they shot somebody in the head when he was sleeping.
There's Russian roulette.
So they were all smoking crack together, and she fell asleep, and they still were playing Russian roulette.
And then the bullet came to.
It got her turn, but she was sleeping, and they just pulled the trigger, and someone shot her.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
Jesus.
It was like, yeah, a crack-induced like game of Russian roulette. Like, did not sound good, and I was like, damn, I never want to end up in a warehouse. Like,
that's fucked up. If that's
like
true, Jesus.
Yeah.
Guarantee you, it's true. It happened in South Florida, in Boca Raton, and
shit.
Yeah, that's rough.
Palm Beach, Delray Beach, Boynton Beach. Drugs are really bad down there.
The fact that someone would, Jesus Christ.
That's
what drugs can. That's the place you can get to eventually.
Yeah. Right.
Where you're willing to fucking shoot someone for a game.
Like,
and then I don't know if you guys read Post Secret, but every Sunday, postsecret.com, this guy like uploads postcards that people send him anonymously with like secrets on them. But one of the secrets this past Sunday was drugs ruined my brain, and I wish I could have met the man I would have been without them. So someone obviously regretted their drug use, and it felt like it made them less of a person. Like, that's gotta be a crazy realization.
That hits hard.
You know, I always thought of like those kids in high school too, like those really druggy kids, and you're like, I don't understand how they're gonna become adults and like form sentences the rest of their life. But some of those kids I know in high school have kids now, and I'm like, damn, like, Godspeed. Because I did not know how that person would survive, like how much acid they did or whatever, you know. I worried about these people.
Sure.
But
no, I totally get that.
I think that's the human condition too. We're experimental, and we're searching for answers, and we're wanting to unlock that little piece of our brain, like, because we think it's gonna make us understand, but
There's so much
like
shit that I regret.
Shinji swears to God that doing nitrous oxide, or those
Yeah.
whippets, he's convinced that that's like the key to unlocking the universe or something. It's hilarious. You should
Jesus.
talk to him about it, I swear.
No, I was addicted. Maybe I did it for like a month straight or something. That computer duster.
Oh shit, air
That's-
dust.
that's
Yeah,
no
that
fun.
was so bad.
I'm sure I destroyed a lot of brain cells doing
Oh
that.
man,
Heck
I would
yeah.
wake up the next morning after just like one day, and I'm like, I'm dumb right now. Like that's just like it's just not coming back either.
Yeah.
It's,
And I did some stupid shit on computer duster. Like I'm like baffled that I even thought, yeah, this is a good idea.
yeah,
Driving
yeah.
while doing it.
Oh my gosh, that's
It's
crazy. I can just think of like me and a bunch of 13-year-old girls all around making each other pass out by like pressing on each other's chests and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah.
That can't
And,
be
like
good.
we were doing this
Yeah.
like in my mom's back porch where there's like bricks, like steps, and we're busting our head open and shit. And we're like,
Oof.
oh, whoa, man. It felt like I was gone forever, man. Like we're like so dumb, right?
Yeah. Just experimenting.
Yeah.
Jesus
Like
Christ.
that's an unlock key to the universe, man.
It's see like the issue too is like addiction is a side effect of like the mental and whatnot issues that like, people have as they grow up and that haven't been addressed, and people start self-medicating and whatnot, or so.
Seems like an easy solution.
Yeah. I mean, you can't get doctors to fucking listen to you or whatever. Like, you gotta do what you gotta do.
And just past experiences. A lot of people.
I had a therapist that told me that she was shocked that I was as, I guess, like grounded as I am after like the stories that I would tell her of like my drug use and the things that I've been through.
You clearly learned a lot from it. So
Yeah.
yeah.
I guess my brain is pretty resilient too. Other than like stuttering every now and then, getting caught up on words.
Sure.
I've done a pretty good job getting by. So
It seems like it. Dude. You seem like a legit human being.
and that's one of the main reasons that I share my past and the things that I've been through, because like it doesn't just because I was addicted to heroin doesn't mean that that's the end of my story. Like there's way far to go. Like and without people that cared for me and loved me when I couldn't love myself, I wouldn't have gotten to this point. So
yeah.
Support your fellow human beings. You don't know what everyone's going through, and sometimes it's a lot. So let's just fucking love each other.
As much as you can, as long as you can.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's definitely people out there that are like, you're hurting yourself by staying there, but
yeah, it can get to that point, sure.
But stay in there as much as you can. Yeah. From a distance, like you said. Right?
Yeah. You still care. It's just you can't be involved. Because sometimes, and another thing like is people will be kind of I guess helping them along. You know what I mean? Like not inadvertently, supporting their habit almost by loving them.
Yeah. Oof.
And that's a tough place to be in too. So
it really is.
Where you love someone and just let me get $20. That's all I need, And giving it to them is not helping anything, but it's hard. It's so complicated.
I had so many like social problems as a young teen, like hanging with my sister and stuff, and like I'd always get sucked into that kind of like $20. I'll get you some weed. Like, what, being a dumb kid addicted to weed. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
So
a lot of regrets.
This is a poem that I wrote about, I don't know, I think it was like 4 years ago. I wrote this when I lost another friend to an overdose, who was ironically like one of mine and Brandon's very good friends. And now it's relevant again, unfortunately. But this is like, it's just something that I wrote for the loss of someone, fiction. It's called A Celebration of Life.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
Good.
A celebration of life, a life gone too soon. Gone for what? A needle and a spoon? Hugging friends I haven't seen in years, saying, I hate meeting like this, as I choke back in tears. I sit and listen to the stories they share, thinking to myself, this isn't fair. Surrounded by death, grasping for life, you were a rose blooming in the desert of strife. As they lower your body into the ground, a piece of me is taken down with you, never to be found. While the rest of me is left here to wonder. And that's the worst part. It's like that, what if, you know?
Yeah.
I didn't get a chance to say this, I didn't do that. That comes with those sudden losses, like overdoses, car accidents, you know, things that you just weren't prepared for that shouldn't have happened.
Yeah.
Especially so young in some people's lives.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. But there's ways to make it better. And that's what I think we need to focus on, like that. Just the fact of how fucked up it is, but like a solution. Like, you know, the problem is the problem. Like you can't, we're not going to change it by just focusing on the problem. We need to find a solution.
It's easy to get caught up in the
yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, you know, I have some opinions on it.
I'd say that defines addiction really well.
Yeah.
Problems that don't. Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, I think we are incarcerating people with drug problems too much, because you can incarcerate them, but will that help them in the long run?
Yeah, there's no rehab in there. There's no rehabilitation. You're just needing new drug connects.
There's no help at all. Yeah.
And honestly, like, you guys don't even want to know my opinion on the whole like criminal system. I think that we should make more things legal, and then like,
yes,
I don't know. I feel like if a criminal can be rehabilitated, then prison should be a place for rehabilitation. If you feel that they cannot be rehabilitated from their crimes, such as a child pervert that's repeating, you know, a repeated rapist, you know, people that are murderers and they can't stop and they can't be rehabilitated, they should put to the death penalty. Otherwise, it should be more of a rehabilitative facility and experience, not just a housing and friggin' animal labor.
Well,
like,
when you have for-profit prisons, it's not a good combination.
No, it's I think the fact that so many of those things are illegal, there's no regulation, there's no solving any fucking problems. It's just shoving them into a corner. That's my opinion.
If it's a victimless crime, like
they're not really. Yeah, they're not criminals. I wouldn't say. Like,
I mean, well,
And
they
who's
are
to say
because
we couldn't
see-
profit off of the legalities? You know, who's
I
to
know.
say we couldn't?
exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's a
There's-
lot
I mean,
to
if we're talking
profit
about
from.
capitalism here,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's you
Lots of
don't
money to
think-
be made.
You
I'd
don't think
say.
the government's involved in fucking drug dealing? Like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. Add more drugs to it. You're gonna make a lot more money.
Yeah.
I'd say.
like they bust a carrier as you know coming across like the ocean or whatever every now and again, and they can look good for news. But like, think about how much shit gets past them. Like there's no way that shit just that good at like at sneaking it through. So that's a
Yeah.
lot of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's decriminalization of drugs would be a good start.
Yeah. We need to regulate that shit. Definitely. Need to fucking
yeah,
look after that fucking
fuck
Yeah.
America.
monster.
That was
Yeah,
so like
fuck 'em, man.
so
Yes.
so when I used to do when I was first started dealing with painkillers and I was diagnosed with spinal stenosis, which is like means my spine is narrowing and crushing my spinal cord is narrowing and crushing my spine, and it's degenerative and like so I was given painkillers and that was the beginning of the end of that shit.
Uh-huh.
And you know it went from Vicodin to oxys to heroin. I used to say, like, even though it was more expensive, like I preferred oxys because at least I knew what I was getting. Like with heroin out to the street, like you don't know what the fuck is in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's another reason to fuck. It was just.
If it was regulated, yeah.
Ugh.
So there's and
Okay,
plus like
shit.
it leaves us with the only negotiation we have is violence in that world, because what are you gonna you can't take somebody to court or like
Yeah.
you're not gonna get
Yeah.
a mediator to talk things over. They're like
No, it's illegal. You fuck you if you're going to jail.
yeah. And believe it or not, there are casual drug users too that like just like to get high every now and again. And,
Blue collar tweakers, as we.
yeah, and like they, are forced into this world.
Yeah. I think there are people who can handle it. I guess.
It is. I think there's way more functioning addicts than we know about because it's not socially acceptable to come out as one.
Yeah. A lot.
So
I bet. Yeah. There's tons of people hiding that shit.
And casual drug user, frequent drug user, doesn't really matter. You should have someone know about your drug use to make sure that you're okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And because I don't think we realize it sometimes, even if we're trying to have a good time, even I'm guilty of taking a bunch of ecstasy thinking, oh, I'm going to take, 5, 6 tonight and, be crazy. And then you're like,
Sure.
kind of going into shock and you're like, damn, I messed up.
I might die. Oh shit.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I might die. Yes. So definitely reach out to a friend. It's like hiking. You can't hike alone, they say. You shouldn't hike alone because you're more susceptible to predators and risk, and
Sure.
you always have to let somebody know like what's going on.
That's a good comparison, I'd say.
I guess.
I think so. A t-shirt. I don't know.
All right, so I got one more thing I'm going to share here from the Artist Umbrella. This one is one of my poems that I wrote called "When I Die," and it's basically like a roadmap for the things.
Like a eulogy.
Yeah, kind of, but more like don't show up in all black to my funeral,
Oh, it's a threat. Then it's a threat.
Well, that part actually is. Actually, you'll see. But I wrote this.
No, I love your poetry. I did hear "Celebration of Life," and I've heard that one before, and I do love that as well.
Yeah, thank you.
You are good with words. Don't discount yourself.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Don't discount your sale, Jeremy.
No, you got shit to say, and you say it well.
Yes, you do.
I try.
Nice.
I practice a lot.
No, it shows.
But this one, like, I wrote this, and I remember when I wrote it, I was like, "Fuck, how? I don't think I can ever write anything better." That I was convinced that like this was like my peak. Like I had done like that was it. Like I wasn't ever going to write anything better than this, and it's like it's good, but it's not that good. I was growing as a writer, and I was experiencing like new ideas and coming up with new ways to write poetry for myself. And that would like I think it was awesome to see it. At the same time, it was like terrifying because I didn't know if I would ever like grow beyond that point.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
That's kind of how I describe like when I started to understand mathematics. I felt like I should hate this. I shouldn't be good at this. And then I just started understanding algebra and stuff. I feel like that's what that was like for me. It was like really just starting to understand and enjoy math felt foreign until I found my way, and it didn't have to be the way I was taught, you know?
Sure.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So, all right. This is and this was our first show that we ever did too. It was 3 years ago. Actually, the middle of June. I think it was June 19th. So like not too long ago. It's like 3 years since we started this. And like this was my shit. I don't know what you call it. But my first experience on like stage like this, and I lost my virginity to that.
Right. Yeah. Let's go ahead.
No shit.
Yeah. This
Were you scared?
Fuck yeah.
Goddamn right.
In one of my poems, I talk about being up there reading a poem, and I'm like, if my outsides matched what my insides were doing, everyone would be running for the door like the roof is on fire.
Yeah. See, I hone that energy. Like I love that energy of being on stage, like all eyes on me. Everyone's paying attention what I'm saying and doing. Like it's commanding.
Yeah, harness that. Definitely.
It is.
Yes, you have to take that feeling and just like go with it. Let it fuel you.
But I do like awkward shit all the time. So I had to learn to embrace that though too, and just be fucking myself and be awkward on stage. And, and people would.
That's the hardest part.
Yeah.
I feel like you can only start out being awkward.
Yeah, right.
It's the only way you learn.
Then I just started telling dad jokes. And it all went.
I'm still awkward as fuck to this day. I'm awkward as fuck about everything.
Yeah, I can't even walk into a subway without like having a panic attack.
like
for
how
real.
are you? And like people are like, oh, how are you? And you're like, yeah, you too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you say some dumb shit like "Have a nice day," and you're like, I don't know.
But my
or
favorite
they're like,
is that.
"Thank you," and you're like, "You too." Whatever.
Yeah, my favorite
awkward.
was going to a movie theater and like enjoy the movie. You too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When the waiter or waitress says enjoy your food, and you're like, you too.
You too.
Yeah.
I'm a fucking idiot. Shit.
Or I've definitely on the drive-through been like. On the drive-through, been like, love you, mom, love you too, or something weird, and you're like, fuck.
God, I'm a socially retarded. Jesus.
Well, at least we can all agree on that. So this is my poem, and there's some intros that I'll probably have to skip through because I get a little long-winded on stage because I'm fucking nervous as shit. But
awesome.
Yeah, this is the poem, and then we'll come back and we will say goodnight after that.
Sounds good.
I know.
It doesn't. No.
All good things must come to an end.
This is a good one. This is a good episode, I think.
Yes. Anyone doing one of those checklists, you can now check off Student Belly Dancer. So I know I can. So
it's kind of funny how we ended up here. Being that I just recently moved back to Lansing, I knew that Brandon was doing these open mic nights, and he was really excited about them, and he kept telling me that I had to come and do be able to read in front of everybody. Even though my heart was coming out of my throat, it was such a great experience. Thank you all for coming out, because without you, this is nothing. So give yourself a and fuck you to say I can't. Yeah. So unfortunately, in this community, you're forced to deal with death a lot more than any of us would like to. And I've unfortunately been to way more funerals than I have weddings. I've seen life end way too many times, and that inspired this poem, because I watched everybody at these funerals dealing with the loss of someone so young, and at such a just so suddenly that there were so many questions and so many feelings that people couldn't comprehend. So that's what inspired this poem, and it's kind of instructions for when I'm gone, because we never know. Tomorrow's not promised, so let's live for today. To those of you who plan on crying at my funeral, don't. Instead, when I die, I want you to smile. Smile knowing that I never lived in hypotheticals and what-ifs. Smile knowing that I stayed in every moment and never wished for anything but the time I spent with you. When I die, I don't want you to fret if you think you missed your chance to say that perfect goodbye, or wish our last encounter was more meaningful, because I've been preparing for this moment my whole life. And every time we hung up the phone or said goodbye, or even just passed in the street with a simple smile and a friendly nod, know that I've made sure my soul held yours so tightly that a bit of me will always be stuck with you, like an overlooked piece of gum stuck to the bottom of your elementary school chair. When I die, I want you to remember every part of me, the good, the bad, and know that all these parts played an important role in who I eventually became. I want you to understand that I lived the way I did most times simply to get noticed by you. I left a trail through the deepest part of hell and the highest reaches of the heavens, so no matter where you went, you could feel safe knowing that at one time I was there as well. When I die, I leave it to you to keep the fire burning that I lit. Who knew that a heart this tender could beat so strong that it would explode with the force of 10,000 suns, burning its passion into a community and will scorch their memories for years to come. When I die, make sure you bury me deep. Because if I head to the afterlife as passionately as I lived in this one, it'll take much more than 6 feet of loose dirt to keep me down. When I die, I swear to God, if any of you wear black to my funeral, I will come back specifically to haunt you. Does this life, this personality look like one that in its final moment should be remembered in black and white? No. This is what color looks like in human form, and this is how I will be remembered. In certain cultures, it is believed that we all experience 3 deaths. The first is when your physical body ceases to function, and I'm almost positive I've actually experienced this death several times already. Second is when the body is consigned to the grave. And third, which I'm hoping won't come for quite some time, is when someone whispers your name for the last time. So know, when I die, know that even after my body has failed me and been lowered deep into this earth, that I will live on for many lifetimes in the stories of loved ones as they reminisce, as they say things like, "Do you remember when?" and "God, we love this or that," as they experience a certain smell or song that floods their memories with that picture of me still alive in their head with my crooked smile and my facial expressions that half the time I never even understand.
Rewind!
So when I die, know that even after my body has failed me and been lowered deep into this earth, that I will live on for many lifetimes in the stories of loved ones as they reminisce, as they say things like, do you remember when? And God, he loved this or that, as they experience a certain smell or song that floods their memories with that picture of me still alive in their head with my crooked smile and facial expressions that half the time I don't even understand. So until the last syllable of my name is formed on the lips of whomever speaks it, I will live on. Most importantly, when I die, I just want one thing said about me. The world was a better place with him in it.
Yeah, dude.
Heck yeah.
Okay.
That one, that always gets me, man.
Yeah.
And you did really good for your first reading. Your butt looked great.
I don't know why apparently all the videos are freezing now, but whatever.
Yeah, we got the audio,
The
guys.
audio is the important part, so.
Yeah. Wasn't a lot going on stage, like we're moving around too much.
Yeah. I'm pretty stuck right in front of like the slide up, like there's no stage.
Sure.
I actually started sitting down after a while. Like I would bring a chair with me because like I did better that way.
Yeah.
It was like my safe space or whatever. Like,
Sure.
Steven Tyler, like the reason he has all those bandanas on his microphone is like was to hide himself to begin with. So yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
I mean, he's about as thick as the microphone stand, so like I probably did a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my poem when I died. I revised it a little bit like later and changed some of the stuff and made another version of it. But
that's awesome.
that was the original. The what I thought was the culmination of my writing at the time. Thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah. For your first time,
I
you
couldn't have
nailed
written
it.
it better myself.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I couldn't have.
Yeah, I told you that was a threat.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I agree
that
with
poem, it makes me feel like everything I've thought about and like wanted to say pertaining to death, but like just not had articulation to do. So
I agree
you did
with
that.
Good.
Yeah, dude.
Very well, sir. Very well.
Very well said. Yeah.
Death is a pretty taboo subject in the United States, and it's like everybody's gonna experience that. Like it's unavoidable, it's inevitable, and like yet we don't ever want to talk about it. Which is always I've always found that weird.
Taboo almost.
It's, yeah. There is a
cultures and shit.
It's not a support group. The best way that I can describe it is it's similar to like AA, but like instead of talking about problems with alcohol, people talk about death and normalizing the conversation. It's called Death Cafe. If anybody ever wants to check it out, they're online and on Zoom and whatnot. And you can always join a meeting.
Yeah, I've heard you talking about that before. It sounds really cool because I love that.
Yeah, I've made family from those like people in those rooms. So you have way more deep conversations than I've ever had with like people I've known my entire life. So
and just talking about death, like among different cultures, everybody does it differently, but there's always some sort of ritual, burial, or preserving of the body. Like I love I forget which country it is. I don't want to be wrong, but I love when they have the body like dried out and posed and they like still hang out with it and talk to it. Oh yeah, that's grandma in the corner just chilling like with her sunglasses on. You know what I mean? Like
sure.
Because that's, and then I love actually in Latin culture you have like a altar with your people's pictures on them, and we have a picture of Shinji's dad on the wall kind of like that with a little ornament on it, and that's kind of like to see their face every day, to remember them, to speak their name, to like Jeremy said in his poem. So that's also really beautiful, I think, to have.
Yeah.
and offer them food on those holidays and things like that.
Sure.
Candy on
Like,
De los Muertos. Like, I love that shit. Like,
Yeah,
I
like-
do love like the cultural differences and
like
Yeah.
Cinco de Mayo, that they celebrate the.
Yes.
Yeah.
All that stuff. There's actually
I could
one.
be saying the wrong thing.
one
the 4th of May, bro.
Yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
man. Close
There's
enough.
one tribe. I can't remember where they are, but they actually like unbury their dead like once a year or something like that, and like redress them, like like take care of them and shit like that. Like it's so crazy to think about, like in our environment, but like that's what they've been doing. Their
I think that's what I was thinking about. And here it's like you have to have a written document subpoena from the court to exhume the body for forensical reasons, or
that's called capitalism.
Exactly. That's called controlling you down to your fucking dead body, bro.
Yeah.
Down to your dead body, they will control us.
That is
That
pretty
is
twisted.
key.
There's
Top
there's people pushing for changes, and like the fact that we're locked into a casket, like can't even get back to the earth when we die, like we're supposed to, like.
Sure.
What the fuck is
That's
the point?
scary.
Like you should just be throw me in a fucking hole, man.
Well, and
just-
regardless of what we may think we know or whatever, we don't know what happens after we die. We could be trapped inside our mind, inside our body, inside that casket at the bottom of the fucking 6 feet deep the rest of our life, just lost in thought. Like, I'm buried alive right now, and my
Like
mind
Uma
will go on
Thurman.
forever. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just thinking some horror movie stuff, but
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna.
It could be.
We're not gonna take it out on this downer.
I honestly,
But
I hope
most
it's
likely-
something nice. Like, we just rewatched Titanic with our kids recently, and I just remember that end scene where Rose, she goes back to the Titanic and she walks up the stairs, and everybody she ever met or knew or loved is surrounding her, and like she meets Jack at the clock. Like, I hope that's what death's like.
Sure.
Just a giant, like, we're just partying
Like the
with
end of
Jeremy
law.
and Cal.
It's the end of law.
Right. Right. Yeah.
It's just a big Angified show.
Yeah. The Angified show,
All gets
trapped in
sent-
Zoom
Yeah.
with our backgrounds, our shitty background.
Oh man, but we got the best
Yes.
backgrounds now.
I'll
And,
die with this background.
I mean, energy cannot be destroyed or created; it can only be transferred, and that's what we are. So,
I think so, yeah.
So
the
logically,
way-
I think we're all returned to that big energy ball in the sky, and we'll be dished back out.
the way that I try
Yeah.
to like to ease
Sure.
people's minds or whatever, and I'm gonna take us out with this, is that before I was born, I wasn't floating around worried about getting down here. So I'm pretty sure when I die, that same thing will be happening. Like, I won't be worried about it. So
You'll be back in the subconscious hive mind,
wherever it was, whatever it was, it
just
won't
jellyfish floating in the sea.
be. It won't be worrisome. I know that. So, thank you all for tuning in tonight, and hopefully we'll see you another week, next week, maybe the week after that. Cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. Yes.
Thank you, Cal.
We'll
And
be
thank you,
here.
Shamam. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a good one.
So for Shamam and Cal G. McTaver,
Yes.
I'm Jeremy Hurt himself saying good night from the upside of Hurt.
Good night.
Now this is where I do the share screen thing that takes forever.
Don't hurt yourself.
Get your shit together. Come on.
No!
Oh shit, dude.
See too many tabs open.
It was a good ending.
Here, we're gonna take it out with the outro instead of the intro. Like I got
Yo,
two
nice
songs.
PC, bro. Nice.
Oh. Dude.
Here we go. Waiting for this angel of fire to take me now. how this is supposed to play out. Let the fire cleanse my soul. Turn me to ash so I can let go. Show no mercy on me. It's time to be set free. Wash my hands of all of this. The sky is ablaze. The heavens